Hello, everybody. I am SunPsychic Jean, and please welcome Gerald from TarotStache. Hi,
Hello.
Gerald. How are you?
I am great. Happy to be here. It's a wonderful way to start the month of August.
And do you know it is August 1st today?
Yeah, it's like August 1st. It's Lammas, Lunasa. There's first big harvest, lots of celebrations out there. And in my recollection, August is when it really, really gets hot. I mean, it's been hot already, but hey, there we go.
I think that I read somewhere that the week of July 20th is typically the hottest week of the year. So I can almost feel the downgrade. And I know that the solstice is the peak, but I mean, obviously at 8 o'clock, it's not light out anymore,
Yeah.
9 o'clock either. But,
Yes.
and my light that clicks on at 8 o'clock and not
Hmm.
9 o'clock. So
Yeah.
I can tell, I can feel like just that little bit of uh, calming down and knowing that in 2 weeks, people are going to be getting ready to go back to college, go back to
Yes.
school, go back to their routines. I
Mhm.
love September. September is one of my favorite months, October. I
Uh-huh.
love the fall, but you can really feel the downturn of the energy of
Yes.
the heat and stuff. So hopefully the weather will also calm down a bit. I feel like I'm sitting on a high chair or something. I feel like I was trying to I had to like tilt that. I'm
Yeah.
like, why do I feel like a little kid? It is like I was talking like this. I must have hit it or something.
Uh,
Well, hello everybody. Carolyn is here, Sherry Luke, Leona, Purple Moon Tarot. I am Lulu. So nice to see everybody. And Miss Leona, if I didn't say your name already, yeah, I saw you there twice. So nice to see everybody. And Gerald, you have. Can you tell us a little bit more about what you have happening on your channel, either lately or coming up?
I have been doing a series of shows called Creativity Conversations, where my guest and I talk about the various aspects of creativity, what it looks like, how do you get unstuck. I have just scheduled a show for late August talking about fear and creativity. Very, very fascinating. I am a firm believer we need to be more creative. We need to experience the creativity. We need to have a lot of joy. When we have that creativity, we draw people also who have that creativity, and it just adds beautiful energy to what's going on. And so it's great. And then I have a series of shows coming up. I have Long Stash on Monday with Richie from Longman Tarot, so that will be wonderful. And just a lot of great shows with the I'm actually getting some shows scheduled where I get to introduce people to my subscribers, so I'm looking forward to that.
Oh, cool. I love that.
Yes, me too. Me too.
Bringing in some new people from
Hmm.
the outside into the community. I love
Yes.
that. It's always
Yes.
a good time,
Hmm.
a good opportunity. And I just wanted to show that Purple Moon Tarot says autumn is their favorite time of year as well,
Hmm.
right? There's just something about it.
Yes.
Even though like June is mine, the autumn is a quick second.
Yes.
Hi, Opal Empress. I think I forgot you because I didn't scroll all the way up. And COBOB, nice to see you. Thank you for being here as well.
Hmm.
Um, Carolyn Cooper, I got you. And Ziggy B. I have a little bit of a hoarseness on my throat today. I don't know
Uh-oh.
why. It's unusual. I always say, you remember back in the day, Gerald? Remember back in the day, we used to have to do a recording for our voicemail and or
Yes.
our answering machine. And whenever I had a little hoarse voice, they would always say, "Oh, you should record your answering machine." And it worked. They'd be like, "Oh, Gene, record your answering machine greeting right now." Because you have that like little bit of a Catherine Turner. Is that her name? Catherine Turner? Like that little bit of
Kathleen
a
Turner.
Kathleen Turner, yes.
Yep.
You
Oh
knew
yeah.
what she had the best hoarse voice.
Yes. Oh yes. It's fun. Yes. Oh my gosh. Yeah. Well, and I wonder how many people are actually recording. I remember actually going in at work and every day recording a new message because people needed to get a hold of me a lot. So I was like, when today is Friday, August 1st, Gerald is in the office until 6 p.m. today.
Wow. Wow. Look, Miss Unicorn told me Kathleen Turner. Yep, she's laughing. Yep. Uh-huh. And Brina says autumn is her favorite time of year. It's not autumn yet, but it does feel like it's heading there pretty
Yes.
quickly. Pretty
Yes.
quickly.
Oh yeah.
And Leona says she misses her answering machine.
I actually, I still have around somewhere one of them, the dial phones with the rotary
Ooh,
phones.
very nice. Very nice. Does it have the kind that sits on top
Yes.
or is it 1970 or circa 1950? I don't
I
know.
think it was circa 1970 because I believe it was avocado.
Oh, wow. Not only rotary, but avocado. That's
That's
it. That's
exactly right.
quite a gem. That's a
Yes.
museum piece.
Oh,
I
yes. Oh,
And you know
yes.
what I think about when I think about that? I don't know why I'm talking about this stuff, but you're just inspiring me. When I think about that stuff, I think, oh, now when they do movies from that time, in history, they'll be able to find all of these relics, and they must have people constantly just collecting things and
Yep.
putting them in like eras between this era and that era, like how they have
Mhm.
cars that are from the 70s and they
Yes.
and they do movies with these cars. Isn't it amazing that they have
It,
all of this?
I love that. It just fascinates me, that nostalgia aspect of it. So it's great fun.
Not to mention like Downton Abbey, and they had like an
Oh, yeah.
expert.
Oh yeah, and it's. I remember actually when I was doing theater for our Columbus theater group, the Sears and Roebuck catalog was a great resource because you could see pictures of clothing, kitchen utensils, tools, things like that, which are great because if you can't find it, you can certainly make it so it looks like it. It's really incredible.
Oh,
Yeah.
interesting. Oh my gosh. Look, Magic Moonlight says we have a rotary phone built into the wall that still works.
Love it.
You did not get rid of that landline. Oh my gosh. Now, when the lights go out or the power goes out, you're the only one to be able to call somebody.
Yes. 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 Yeah.
Very cool. Very cool. I love that nostalgia. You guys are going to go into that deep rabbit hole. So, what do you say, Gerald? Are you interested in getting started on some of these readings?
I
Um,
am. And I want to say thank you for everybody for joining us and reminding everybody links are below. So show your support. It's very
Yes,
helpful.
please do like, share, subscribe to both Gerald and myself. It's really important. We can't do it. You guys help us out, so we really appreciate you.
Yes.
And I'm going to start with a couple of warm ups, and it'll be Sherry Lucas first. And if I call your name, please say hello. Brina is second, and then I am Lulu and Julie. Sherry, Brina, I am Lou, and Julie. And that's Julianne Guthrie. So that's the order for the first 4. But thank you all very much. And Sherry is here. So I have Sherry. She says, "Can I get a message from my guides?"
Yeah.
You're welcome. All right. I see all 4 of you. Thank you. You guys are great at playing along. Um,
They're pulling out I'm seeing an old family cookbook, and somebody's leafing through it. I'm wondering if you should be making something that reminds you of a particular person. It is one of these things that it's like, I wonder. So I'm curious about that, Sherry, if that makes any sense for you at all, or if you have an old family cookbook, because somebody's leafing through it. Oh, and then the other thing is for entertainment purposes only. Perhaps you should start cooking meals instead of going out for takeaway.
mm.
So I'm gonna pause there.
So, Sherry, what I was picking up for you is um, they want to be in contact with you a little bit more one on one, and they want you to almost speak for them. Write down messages and thoughts that come to you that you think might be coming from your spirit guides. Um, they want you to be engaged and to have that connection and to tune into that very subtle and sensitive energy that you can pick it up, you know, and you do, but acknowledging it, writing it down, keeping a tally of it, um, will really help to allow you to notice it a little bit more and to be once we start noticing it and acknowledging it, then we notice the things that we didn't notice before. We start noticing more because they're all the messages and the signs are all around us. And sometimes it's because we're very much sort of, what would you call that? Preoccupying ourselves so that we don't think about things,
Mm-hmm.
or using something else to sort of numb the feelings that we need to feel and go through and to get in touch with. So it's like a little bit of avoidance, but it's just they want you to know that it's there for you and that you're here and you're asking because you know that that you're getting something and you're just not, it's like you can't make sense of it yet, but that's okay. Acknowledging what you do get and putting it together and saying thank you, it'll open up more opportunities for you to listen and have experiences. So I hope that was helpful. But yeah, go ahead, Gerald.
I'm based upon what we both have been talking about. There is this need of individual time spent with your guides. You're not doing anything wrong. They just want some one-on-one time for you with you, because there's a great deal of beauty, and you are distracted by a lot of things, trying to do too much. And if you can sit down and maybe it's cook a meal thinking about your guides, um, or pour them a cup of your favorite beverage, something along those lines, that's a great simple connection. And sit with and appreciate and celebrate that, because it's nothing's wrong. It's just about it's like getting together with a friend that you haven't seen in a while. So
Yeah. Hey,
And
Sherry, are you coming to the practice? I see that you're one of my members. Thank you very much. And I have a practice on August 17th. August 17th. And that would be really good for you to come in and practice with us. She says she does busy herself a lot, and it doesn't allow for that really quiet time. I love the, cooking and allowing the to move with your as you're inspired, as you're guided. And she
yes,
said, I get confused and think it's my imagination. Well, it is, and that's how they're talking to you. That
yeah.
if you think that,
No, it's just yeah, yeah. Oh, great. It's the same thing. Don't try to overanalyze it. So it's and play with it. It's a beautiful insight. Great. Woo. I mean, it's like, yeah, I cut you off. I didn't
beautiful.
mean to do that. It's I
Thank
think
you very much.
yeah.
Thank you, Sherry. That was a good question. Brina is next. After Brina, we're going to go back up to I am Lulu and Julie. I'm sure that Brina said hello. Yeah, they all did. All four of them did. You're welcome. And Brina says, may I get a message from my guides? Yes, Sherry, use that pendulum. Yeah,
Yes.
it's okay. It's okay. You'll build that trust on it.
Mm.
Ask it different ways. She said sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. It depends on how we ask. Or, you ask a yes question and you ask the opposite to make sure it says no. Like test it. Yeah.
Yes.
Sherry, you're already there. Let me just tell you that. So Brina wants a message from her guides. Aw. So they want you to know, Brina, don't worry too much. They want you to know that to work on focusing on what you can control and work on. They want you to start being creative and working with your hands, whether that's your writing or whatever that might be, something that you enjoy. And they want you to treat yourself with kindness and respect and um, it's almost like it's a little bit heavy for you right now, and it's important for you to take account and have your care time, have the amount of time that you put towards this big heavy thing moderated, or uh, metered, you know, and not just to let it overwhelm you. Because some things can be overwhelming, but it'll be there again tomorrow. And make sure when you start feeling overwhelmed and burnout that you do stop and take care of yourself and to do something nurturing and you know reviving or re-energizing for yourself. How about you, Gerald?
You were talking and I was writing things down just like 2 seconds before you were saying them. One of the big things that I got for you, Brina, is I got the word bath. Set your worries loose down the drain. This is an important opportunity for you to, if you are a worrier, for you to just get into the habit of going, you know what? This is what I can handle. This is what I can control right now. Everything else is just let it go. You're not doing anything wrong. What you're doing is you're going, I'm removing the distractions and I'm focusing on what it is that I can control. I love the idea of doing things with your hands. Very, very helpful, very meditative. I wouldn't be surprised if you have been thinking about something and then you get into needlework, puzzle, washing dishes, gardening, and suddenly the solution of that thing that you were thinking about 2 days ago shows up. That is exactly what's going to happen, Brina, and it's pretty powerful. Pretty powerful.
Yeah, she said she's definitely a worrier. Yeah. Um,
Ah,
and she's a writer. Mm-hmm.
right. Yeah, that's beautiful. And I'm also getting the idea of it's just right longhand. because there's an importance of that. It activates a different part of your connection with them. And I don't know if you type or whatever, but take some notes. Do something with a writing utensil and some paper. So
beautiful, Brina. I do feel a lot of energy coming from you there too. I feel like you're wakening up to your abilities and your guidance yourself. I feel you tuning in. She says, when I compose longhand, I get better results.
there you
Yeah,
go. I like that.
good for you. Hi, Angie Burks. Nice to see you. And Spiritual Garden. Good, everybody's here. So nice to see you. I Am
Praise-
Lulu is next. After I Am Lulu is Julie Ann Guntry. And I Am Lulu. Christopher, childhood friend. It's been 43 years. Oh my gosh. Wow. Um, how I don't want to ask how old you are, but was he still in school? What can you tell us if he was how old he was when he passed? Was he um a teenager or I don't know. Just let us know, I Am Lulu, about how old he was when he passed, or did he pass like after high school or something? You don't have to tell us exact age, but
And I
it
Am
would.
Lulu, I'm curious as if did he have long bangs? Because I keep wanting to do this. I'm just like, his hair in his eyes or something like that. I Am Lulu. It's just sort of like this thing that he would naturally do. And I think it's hair, but I don't know I don't think it's glasses. I think it's the hair. It's the hair. So 1982 boycott. Yep. Okay. Yeah,
He did.
I got full body tingles on that one.
Good job, Gerald.
Thanks.
Let me tune in.
He wants you to do some lip syncing or something like that. There's this. He's got a hairbrush or something like that, and he's like going. He was 8 and I was 7. So there's this idea, Lulu, of there's this sense of he wants you to do some beboppy stuff, and it's just like, it's almost like he's a kernel of corn waiting to pop, and it's just like, yeah, and this amazing energy. So this, I'm wondering, Lulu, if you're feeling a little stagnant. You're slowing down. I sing, but I haven't lately. Sing. If you want, part of it is okay. All right. I'll tell her. What you're singing is sort of like a message from him. So if something catches your ear, go ahead and sing it out loud, and then pay attention to the lyrics, and also pay attention to the string of songs or the string of the lyrics that are showing up, because there's sort of a power in that. And he's almost like he's telling you he wants to help you have a little bit more fun, or avoid challenging situations. It's like going, tell her not to do that. So I don't know.
And Christopher is letting me know that you will meet again, that no time has lost. And it must have been extremely traumatizing for you to lose your best friend at such a young age, and how to reconcile what life and death is at that young age with a contemporary. It's one thing if a grandparent passes, that is tragic enough. Like, where did they go? Where are they? Why aren't they here? How come they disappeared? What made them? All of those questions, and not having the ability to reason or understand exactly, where people go after they're no longer here on earth. And those questions must have stuck with you because you were really connected to him in such an intimate level, because at that age we're still unconditioned. We still don't have like the ways of the world telling us how to act and how to be. And you were really very vulnerable and authentic with each other. And for that to be taken from you, and for that not to be there any longer, it's like, well, it's almost like, where did that ability for me to be open and friends with somebody who was open and friends with me, where do I put that now? It's almost like that part of you is still searching and longing for him. And he's saying, because there was a connection between you and him, yet there still is a connection between you and him that has not gone by. You have incarnated with each other in the past. You had a strong and very, how, who would ask for a message from somebody that they knew so young? And it's that connection. It was a real strong soul connection. And he's saying, you will meet again. No time has lost. And that you will reincarnate together again. You will recognize him. And it's almost like you got along so well, and you were somebody else when you were with him. Like, he allowed you to be more of who you were almost. And it was difficult for you to reconcile who you were, what to do with those feelings, and how to replace that. And you never found a replacement, because you're one of a kind and he's one of a kind. But you will meet again. So, but he just wants you to know that that it was true what you felt and what you know, and the tie, and the you think of him often, and he's saying that's for a reason, because we were connected. We are connected. How lovely.
Wow. She did say, yes, his loss has recently come to light as abandonment issues, as I didn't truly get it, get it, what it meant to live with the angels.
Right. Oh, yeah. I would understand that, because it's ripped from you. Like,
Yes.
I had this friend that I was somebody important to, and then, because we're so vulnerable at that age, because we're just somebody's children or sibling, and yet when it's a friend, we're somebody new, and we're just learning who we are, because people mirror ourselves back
Yes.
to us.
Yes.
Everybody. Who am I when I look in your eyes? Who am I when I look in my parents' eyes? And that you, who you were with that friend, was somebody totally new and different and very accepting. And for that to be taken away, and I can see you longing and searching for that again. Hopefully you have found it in other relationships, but it's not never, but it's not often, it's not easily replaceable. It's one of a kind. And each and every relationship that we do have is also one of a kind. But thank you very much, Lulu. That was really deep.
Yeah.
She says, funny you say on what, I don't know what I don't know what that's a typo, but because I've always felt he was a partner.
It
Oh,
was a
okay.
connection. Yeah.
Connection. Okay, good. Sorry. It's funny that you said soul connection, because I've always felt we were that. Yes. Yes. And that's why you think of them all, that still to this day. It was vulnerable, authentic, and it was bringing out who you were, who you are. How nice. Ooh, wow. These are deep,
Love
Gerald.
that. Woo.
Thank you, Lulu. And thank you, Christopher. Christopher came through.
Oh, yeah.
Very strong.
Now I'm just sitting here. I'm like going, wonder what kind of hair he had, and all that stuff. But, now I'm like going, I remember that. I had probably hair like that in the 80s as well. So.
Julianne is here, and she said Charlotte is a childhood friend who just passed 2 years ago. Okay, thank you, Julianne. Let me just call who's coming up next. Caroline, I don't know if you can write the rest of that, or if you did. That's a partial question. Oh, okay, you did. I saw the other one. All right. Carolyn Cooper will be after Julianne. Um, Charlotte. That's such a pretty name, isn't it?
It is. It's a beautiful name.
It's like again, and I'm just gonna. This is similar, and this is a thread. There's a thread here, and there's something about the loved ones passing who were from our childhood friends, and who we were when we were a child, when we were first developing, when we were authentic, when we were untainted and very vulnerable and, uh, you know, magical still. And for our contemporaries to start passing is, it brings us into a new chapter of our life. And, when we're younger, we understand that maybe somebody has an illness or somebody had an accident. But when they start coming in one right after the other, all of our contemporaries, it really does change our perspective of how precious life is, how important relationships are. And you say childhood friend, but I'm not sure if you still were friends. And I'm sure that you were like exchanged cards over the holidays or pleasantries when you bumped into each other, or, you know, um, I don't know if you attended reunions. There's something about a childhood friend that knows us like nobody else does. But in the same respect, you have grown, you have changed, you have evolved. And sometimes our friends evolve with us, and sometimes they do not. But I feel as though this Charlotte was somebody who she feels. You just tune into her a little bit. I feel like she was a little bit quiet, a little bit agreeable, but she would open up and laugh out loud. I do see her like sort of um she wasn't outgoing or talkative unless she was in a party with people who she knew. Then she would probably open up. But I do feel as though she may have had struggles in her life that she was always trying to overcome. And she was very kind and sweet, is what I feel. How about you, Gerald? Or did you want me to take her comment here first?
Yeah, take her comment.
Yes, I moved her and two of her kids and dog back to California from Texas, and they lived with me for a few months not too long ago. Oh my gosh.
It's funny. I wanted you to read that because I got the word puppy and puppy pile, something that kids would sometimes do, just pile on top of each other and smother each other and just do giggly things. She was agreeable is a very nice word for it. However, she had a unique laugh. There was something about her giggle or her laugh, and you knew that there was much more behind that. Our dogs would go at it and play. Yeah. But there was something unique about her laugh as well. What I heard was pull out one of your childhood favorite books and read it again. I don't know if the two of you read together or anything like that. And she's telling me it doesn't really matter. It's just like, Julianne, you need to pick up one of your favorite childhood books and you need to read it and you need to enjoy it. So
That's beautiful that she's thinking of you, your well being, Julianne, because I know it's not easy for you. Um, and that you helped her and her family and allowed them to stay with you until they found a place. She did have a very distinct laugh. Yep.
wow, thank you.
She just wants to thank you for your kindness. And it's the small things. It's holding the door for somebody and just smiling at them. And for you to go out of your way to help somebody move their family and to have them stay with you, that was such a beautiful thing that
Mhm.
she's, able
Yeah.
to see on the other side. How much that she probably felt or could have felt supposedly maybe indebted to you or obligated to you. But I think when she went through her life review on the other side, she saw how good that made you feel that you could help somebody
Mhm.
and was really happy that you guys could, mutually help each other. How
I'm also
beautiful.
getting a nudge to, she has 2 kids. Check in with the 2 kids. Say hi. Just see how they're doing for no reason, and don't say, I got this reading online and all that stuff. Just no. Just hey, how are you? I was thinking about you. So there you go. That's fun.
Beautiful, Julianne. So beautiful.
Hmm.
I tell you, we have the absolute best uh, community here. You guys, I I always look forward to answering the questions because there is just such love, such compassion, integrity, and honor. You guys, it's a
Yes,
great group here. It
it
really
really is.
offer being here. It's just beautiful. It really is. So Carolyn Cooper, this is part of it, and I have the rest of it. And she says, I was awakened at 6:45 by a male voice that firmly called my name. Congratulations, Carolyn.
Mhm.
Uh, then said, get up. My husband's horse, Scott, was having breathing difficulties due to his heat-induced asthma. I think that was, and then it continues, an angel or guide letting me know he was in trouble. Can you verify? Well, you know what, Carolyn? It's, it's, I think you just did verify. It's almost like but you wanted a validation. So yes, you were called, and I hear people call my name, but it's not for any reason. It's just for them to keep the lines of communication open in case they need to tell me something urgently. But was this? I think it was the horse. But was this male voice that Carolyn heard an angel? Getting a yes. Let me just hold this a little closer. Was this male voice an angel? I'm getting yes. Was this male voice a spirit guide? And look, it's really speeding up. And was this male voice the horse itself? Look at it, changed right to no. It wasn't the horse. I thought it was
Wow, I
the
love
horse
that.
telepathically. It
Wow.
was a spirit guide. But you can do this too, Carolyn. You can do this with your fingers. Put your finger like this. Let me see. Put your finger like this, and then put the other hand like this. Link them together
Mhm.
and pull it apart. Say, show me yes
Yep.
and show me no. And then try
Yep.
it 2 out of 3 times. And you ask. If not, you can use a pendulum too. But what a
Yes.
great question.
Yes. The only thing that I can add is yes, it was, and good for you for hearing it, and I'm sure the horse appreciated it as well. So there's a great deal of, now it gets to be fun. Now that you can hear it, you may start to hear it a little bit more, and be open to that. It's like, ooh, okay. So I think that's a beautiful opportunity for you, is what I'm
Mhm.
hearing. It's like, okay, we've broken the seal.
Mm-hmm.
So, and yeah,
Beautiful.
yeah.
Beautiful, Carolyn. Did I say who was next? Uh,
No, Carolyn was the last one that you had.
okay. Sorry, I was so excited to ask her
No,
question.
no, this is great.
Is COBOB here? Oh no, Spirit Whisperer not with us today. Sorry. Yeah, he was supposed to, but I thought it was a question. He was just asking if Spirit
Oh,
Whisperer was here. I'm
yeah.
so sorry. Mark had something come up and he couldn't join us. So is Sandy Johnson here? And Sandy Johnson and Spiritual Garden. Sorry, you guys. I should have had this ready. I was
All
just
right.
so excited.
Ooh, Jane the Seeker is here. Hello, Jane.
Hello, Miss Jane. Sue Toffee. And Carolyn says, thank you both so much for the validation. I am open to it. Congratulations. It's something else, isn't it? When we hear our name being called.
Yeah.
All right. Spiritual Garden is here. Thank you very much. Spiritual Garden, Magic with Moonlight, Sandy Johnson. Please say hello. So Spiritual Garden says, when will this lethargy end? I feel like I've been dragged through a knot hole backwards. Oh, that's graphic.
Mm.
Well, the first thing I'm picking up for you, Miss Spiritual Garden, is there are 4 planets in retrograde right now, so it is time for review, relax, rewind, that kind of thing. So if you're trying to steam ahead and you're wondering why you don't have that get up and go, and I was just telling Gerald backstage that I was feeling very inspired, and then all of a sudden it just went out the window. I'm not feeling that really big push, but it does ebb and flow. I think it has a lot to do with your astrology and the planets being in retrograde. Some of us are more sensitive to the planets um,
Yeah.
placement than others. What say
Yes.
you, Gerald?
I think you are correct. And Spiritual Garden said bingo. 4 planets in retrograde, depending upon where it falls in your, bless you, depending upon where it falls in your chart, it can be even more powerful for you. I'm curious if okay, so when will this lethargy end? Lethargy, whatever. You've been dragged through a knothole. Well, here's the thing. You said a couple of things that are important. One is a knot hole, and part of that means that you're holding on to things that perhaps you may not need to hold on to. And if you use this time as an opportunity to unknot these things that no longer are serving you, that could help speed things up. Even if you loosen them, will be very helpful. It feels really significant to be able to. Okay, I'm just if you can afford a massage, you might want to get a massage to get rid of the knots that are in your body. But so with that in mind, it's really okay. So Spiritual Garden, there. I don't know if you've ever heard like cutting ties, returning energy back to you. Sometimes it's necessary for you to make sure that all of the energy that you have is going where you want it. And so that's why, the knot image is really important. Loosen that a little bit, take a breath around it, and allow that energy to flow, because you have a name, Spiritual Garden. Things will flow a little bit easier. Timing is a bad thing. It's challenging. I am going to take a leap, and I'm going to say 1 to 2 weeks if you actually do this releasing, and if you unknot yourself. I'd love to know, Spiritual Garden, if first of all, if you do that you can physically untie a knot, I do a lot of pruning in my life. Okay. If you actually, tie some knots, untie them, and breathe through them, if you're doing some energy work like that, 1 to 2 weeks, you could start seeing a definite shift and a definite return of your energy. But kudos to you for doing the pruning.
Absolutely. Absolutely. All the best to you, Spiritual Garden. Keep us posted. And I saw that Magic Moonlight said they were here, and I didn't see Sandy Johnson.
I did not either.
And Mangled Unicorn, it will be after Magic.
Okay.
If Sandy doesn't say hello, because I saw Miss Unicorn is here. And you guys, let me know if I missed somebody.
That has popped into the chat, yeah, after they've been called.
I know.
A message from my mom, if possible. Darlene.
Aww. That's a cute name. I love your icon, too. I want one of those headdresses. Is that you, Magic Moonlight? I think it is. So your mom, Darlene, feels like she's very young at heart. She feels like she had a difficult life. I don't know if she was a smoker, or if she had trouble breathing, or if she had like this cough. Something in her respiratory system is bothering her, whether maybe she had asthma or allergies, something around that. But I do feel as though she always put other people before her, but she worked like her skin to the bone, almost was what they call it, back then. She would just work on oh, she had COPD. Oh my God. Yeah. Well, that validates that I am with your mom, Darlene. And she was like sort of puzzled by why she didn't have the energy to do the things that she wanted to do. And she would push through and still work hard. And this is what I feel like she worked her skin to the bone, or whatever I said. But she was a hard worker. She just couldn't she couldn't catch a break. I feel like she's saying that she couldn't get ahead of it. Like a lot of people manage, or they're on oxygen, or they're have therapies or certain things to do that could help manage these symptoms and this condition. But she couldn't get ahead of it. I think it overwhelmed her, and it got out of hand really fast, and she sort of went downhill fast. But she wants to apologize. She didn't mean to leave you so soon, and she wishes she would still be there. Do you have children? She's talking about her grandchildren, that she wanted to be there, like in her golden years, and that she is still there and still watching over you. She's very much filled with love, and there's so many things I feel that she is left unsaid or left undone. I don't think she had anything prepared, any kind of end of life, her affairs, her accounts, her plans, nothing. It just happened. Yeah. I'm not sure. No, but she has lots of them. Oh, you don't have kids, but she has lots of grandchildren. Yeah, she's talking about that she wishes she would be there to share in that joy, and in her golden years, that she just wants to let you know that she loves you and she's fine. How about you, Gerald?
The very specific message that I got from Darlene, it came through 3 times before I actually wrote it down, is clean under the beds. In particular, the bed under the spare room bedroom bed. I have no idea what that means, but until I wrote it down, she kept saying it. So magic with moonlight. I would encourage you to clean under your beds, in particular the spare room, bedroom. So but that's all. I mean, because Jean was doing such a clear job with it, it's like she gave me that, and then she went over to visit Jean. So go figure.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Well, thank you. I'm waiting to see if she had anything to follow up, but that's okay. All right. So next I see I had called
She gets it.
Mangled.
Magic, yeah. Magic with moonlight. She says, haha, I get it.
Oh, the under the bed. Good job. Good job. Wow, that's an inside message. Aren't we all
Yeah,
curious
I'm just
now?
like, good. I have no idea what it means, but I'm going to say it because I got to be able to let it go. Okay.
Okay. After Mangled, we'll go with Nancy Ray.
Okay. So Mangled Unicorn said, hi, Oldie. Hey, I would love a message from Spirit, trying to shine bright and keep my vibes high.
You know, that's wonderful ambition, but they also want you to allow yourself some room and some flexibility to come up and down with that. And when you meditate is when you can reach that really high vibration. I don't know if you have noise canceling headphones, and don't listen to anything. I mean, you can have a very, very light binaural beat if you want in the background, very low, but try not to listen to anything but block like little noises or little chirps. I mean, in the beginning, it does help. And go into a really deep trance and almost go into like a semi dream state. And that will enable you to shed, release, and surpass the frequency and vibration that you desire here on earth. So that, and I say here on earth because it feels like we do leave, but when you come back from that, the memories and the gifts and the tools that you acquire while you're in that meditative state, in that experience that you had in that, I think it's a beta state, is really very useful to tap into from time to time. Like if you take the time and go into a really deep sort of trance or meditative state, and then transcend and raise your vibration and connect to your high vibrational beings, and you can feel that and experience that when you're walking around and you need to bring up and raise your vibration, you can go right back to that meditative state that you were in, call on that, or hold on to the gift that they give you and say, I want to call on my generator right now, and have the generator start up right when you need it. Like there's tools and techniques and methods that you can sort of apply to help you do that. But it's also okay. And I know that things knock us off of our center. The making sure your chakras are aligned, your auric field, saying your daily mantras. But even with all of that, when we hear something that's devastating, or if there's a big storm that comes by and it's frightening, or if we, lose a pet or something, we're going to be knocked off of our bright, shiny, centered life. And that's okay, because it's not falling off. It's the ability to have that muscle to come back to that space where we practice so hard to learn where to come back to. And knowing that that's your center and being able to come back to that, that's where the magic, being in it is a good practice. And then when you fall off, you can come, does that make sense? You know right where to
Yeah.
come. And it's a little bit more familiar, and the ability to bounce back a little bit faster is there for you. So
I Mangled Unicorn, it is important for you to, you want to keep, shine bright and to keep your vibes high. Sometimes all vibes are not, high or of a certain level. It is an important thing for you to remember to just be present with wherever you are and meet it and acknowledge it. Then you are able to actually move that and to adjust it if it's not where you want to be. It's like inviting, I tell people, or I've talked to some people recently who are dealing with grief, and I say, when grief shows up, invite it in for a cup of coffee, listen to it, say, what would you like to tell me? Then your job is to listen to it. And then when that cup of coffee is done, it's time to see that feeling out the door and allow it to move through. So
that's an important point. Absolutely.
Yep. I just got something at the door. I will be right back.
Sure. She says, the world breaks everyone. We have to strive to be stronger where we were once broken. Mm-hmm. Makes sense. Wonderful. I think Gerald might be getting a, what do you call those? A telegram that is syncs to you? What do you call those? A singing telegram? I think that's what it's called. That's what I thought when he said somebody's at the door. And Nancy, you're going to be next, and I'm going to wait for Gerald to come back. And I love when you guys say that the messages speak to you. She said, Carolyn said, your message is speaking to me too. Mm-hmm. And a couple of you said that way back. Sometimes it's hard for me to refer back to, but I love it when you guys say that you got something from somebody else's question.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Yeah. And just so everybody knows, I will be on later today with Ginger Faye Tarot at 4:00. And it's 3:00 now, 4:00 Eastern. And if anybody didn't get their question answered, please do come on back, and I'll make sure you get to the front of the line there. But
and you're also on with Scott tomorrow.
Scott, Scorpio, Sun, Tarot. We have magic, Gerald.
Love
magic. Happens every time. It is amazing. Our spirit guides just play together. It is so much fun. It's and you can feel it, and you guys can feel it too. It's so much fun. How about you, Gerald? Are you on tomorrow?
I'm not. I'm actually back on Monday at 2 p.m. Eastern for Long Stash with Richie.
Okay, that's right. That's Monday. Okay, yeah. I did know that. Hi, just visiting. And so Nancy is next, and Nancy will be the last reading for today. Everybody, want to respect everybody's time. And she says, "May I have a message from spirit guides?" Okay, I didn't anything in caps. I'll click on it, guys. I don't read them ahead of time, because if I do, then my energy goes there. Yeah. I just see caps. I see, and I just click it. I don't even read it, honestly. Yeah. So, and this is, sometimes we say spirit guides, yay, because some of those mediumship ones they're very deep, and it takes so much energy to get into those mediumship ones.
Yes.
But so let's see what Nancy Ray's spirit guides. So they're very happy. They're celebrating, and they're not that spirit guides fly, but I feel like their energy is sort of like around you, and joyous. They feel joyous, and I almost feel them sort of stimulating or in your energy around you. You may feel them, sense them, be guided by them, but I do feel them moving around and very joyous for you, Miss Nancy. I feel as though you might even have some sprites or elementals or nature spirits around you, because that's kind of what I feel. It's not your spirit guides, it's more of like a nature energy. Have you been going out in nature a lot?
Mm.
But I do feel this very high energy, joyous, it could be angelic. Here, why don't I just get my pendulum? I can
Yeah.
find out. Too bad I don't have a way to find out.
Yeah, I know. We forget the tools that we have.
All right. Is this energy that I'm sensing around Nancy? Is this her spirit guides? No. Is this a fairy or a sprite? Yes. Is this a nature spirit that is around Nancy? Yes. Is this a very joyous spirit guide and uh, I don't know, nature or elemental? Is this an elemental spirit? Now, is this a support for Nancy? Is this a spirit that is wanting to play with Nancy's spirit? It's almost like they're encouraging you to play, have fun, and to be creative and have some recreation, laugh. Oh, tomorrow is your birthday. When were you going to tell me that, Miss Nancy? That's what it is. They're celebrating. I'm telling you, they're all like having fun,
Yep.
having a party,
Yep.
joyous. I hope it's a joyous one for you, Nancy
Yeah.
Ray, but I'm going to stop. That's your birthday angels, angel spirit. And they're like, I don't, fairy kind of spirit, nature, elemental sprites. They're just light and airy and very animated and joyful. How about you, Gerald?
I think, Nancy, one of the things that I got from your spirit guides, you need to drink some tea. You need to drink some sun tea. If you're able to do that, make yourself some sun tea and enjoy it, especially this time of the year. Great to be able to do that. Tomorrow is your birthday. Happy birthday. There's also this need. It's nice for you to today. They're saying, all right, put all of your worries and all of the things that have your attention down, let them rest, and then overnight, while you're spending time dreaming and sleeping and resting, then when you look at all of those worries that you've put down, pick up only the things that make you happy. This is a very, very specific image. Lay all of those things out. Okay, I was raised on sun tea. All right, have some sun tea. But they are looking at all of the worries. They're laying them out. And then suddenly you go, okay, you're going to go to sleep, have beautiful dreams. Then you're going to wake up and you're going to be able to look at all of those things and you go, you know what? I want that one and I want that one. All of the other ones, thanks for being here. I'm done. And that's what you can bring into with your into the new year for your birthday. I mean, this is incredible. It's incredible.
How exciting. That is so much fun, Nancy Ray. And everybody's saying happy birthday, Nancy. Hey, it's your birthday,
There
right?
you go. Mm-hmm.
She just nonchalantly says, by the way, tomorrow is my birthday. Oh my gosh. They were having so much fun and flipping around and joyous and like celebrating. Thanks for letting me.
Yeah.
If you would not have told me that, I'm like, I don't know what this is.
Yeah. But the
But
party's already started.
I know, right?
It's great.
I know. I know. Oh my gosh, Nancy. I'm so glad. And she kept saying hi throughout the whole show. And I'm just so glad that we were able
Yes.
to get your question in. It was your birthday. She didn't say it was my birthday, get my question, but I'm so glad we did. And happy birthday to you. Aw, she said thank you all to everybody singing her happy birthday. I love that. That's so sweet. Well, I can't believe it's August 1st, Gerald, and I thank you. It's so much fun. I
Thank
really
you.
enjoyed this, and we had so much fun in the beginning. I mean, the whole thing was
Oh,
fun,
the
but
whole
in the
thing was
beginning,
great. Yeah. Yeah, it was great. I mean, it's a perfect way for me as a reader and a person who's connected to the beautiful energy around all the different types of energy to share that space and to share that energy with everybody. I think this is wonderful. So,
yeah. Well,
so
thanks.
woohoo.
And everybody, I will be back at 4. I'll see you back again. Thank you all for being here. And thanks again, Gerald. I appreciate you coming.
Thank you. Bye.
Bye bye. Thank you, everybody, for watching. Your support is greatly appreciated. If you enjoy this content, hit like, share, and subscribe. Remember to click the bell to be notified of future videos. Thanks again. Bye.